Okay, now for part 2 on getting the backpack blowers ready for fall. So today it is September 23rd, it's the first day of fall. So now on the PB580T, so what we left off at last, I had this cover off because I had to, this piece right here, I had to replace it. So there's a nice brand new one right there. It doesn't really affect the performance of the blower. I don't know why they even put that on there, but or even if that one starts to crack, I could just care less. And we checked the spark arrestor screen and the muffler, it's all good, and so now it's back in. I actually cleaned this cover off just while I did have it off, so it's all nice and clean. So all we just need to do now is just do the basic tune-up, which would be is replace the spark plug, replace the fuel filter, and replace the air filter. So let's go ahead and start out with the fuel filter. And just to grab the fuel filter, what I have here is a little homemade tool. This is actually a piece of a metal coat hanger. Just cut it a little bit, and then you just want to bend a little hook, just so that you can actually reach in there, try to reach for the fuel line. Okay. So there's the fuel filter. You know what, I forgot to actually open up the little tune-up kit here, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, so got my kit all opened up now. So now let's get this fuel filter off. Make sure you don't lose that little retainer ring. So just twist and pull. I still have my fingers on it so I don't lose that ring. So now reach in and get our new fuel filter. Okay. Just push that on as far as you can. Alright, so cool, so that filter is not going anywhere, and we'll just drop that right back into the tank, and I can actually see it, the filter is right down into the very bottom of the tank, and that's what you want. Now we'll just put our fuel cap back on. It's easier to do this if you have like little to no fuel, so in this case I don't have any fuel in the machine. So let me move up here. We'll do the air filter. Okay, so this filter is not that bad, just a little bit dirty, but this is the original filter from when I bought the blower 4 years ago. Just give y'all a little comparison. So on the left is the old one, and then on the right the new one. They're not really that, it's not really that dirty, but like I said, just gonna replace it anyways, just to do preventative maintenance. Alright, so we got that on. Put your cover back on. We'll just get these on here snug. Okay, and now finally the spark plug. So I'll just use my little special tool here that's actually made by Steel. It's got 2 ends here. I think this end here is probably a size 5/8 and this one is a 3/4. Okay. So we'll just take a little quick look at the spark plug here. So this spark plug is a NGK BPM 8Y. So here's what it looks. Not a bad color. It's kind of a gray brownish color. I'll kind of compare that to a new spark plug. So here's the brand new spark plug. So practically the same spark plug, except this one just says BPM R8Y. Just has the R on it, whereas this one it just doesn't. So here they are. And I always like to take a look at the gaps on them. They look pretty much right, because usually 9 times out of 10 the gaps are usually correct right out of the package. Because I think the recommended gap is around 26 thousandths of an inch. So now we'll put our new spark plug in. Always have it on there just hand tight, just until where you can't turn it by hand anymore, and then now just take the wrench just enough so you can actually crush the washer on the spark plug. You don't want to get these things too awfully tight. Okay, that was about a half a turn. There actually is a torque spec for these. I don't really know what they are, but I can tell you though it's a fairly low torque spec. Let's try another 1/4 of a turn here, and that's pretty good right there. No tighter than that, because otherwise you could strip the threads on the cylinder. Alright, so that does it for the tune-up on this blower. So now we'll go fill her up and we'll start it up. Alright guys, so we'll get her filled up here. And once again, I do recommend use a good quality fuel, like this one right here, which is Echo Red Armor fuel, or any Precision Engineer fuels, even True Fuel. This is just for if you live in an area and ethanol-free gas is not available in your area, then you could probably just go for one of these. But the only downside is that these fuels are much more expensive, because they're about like over $20 to $25 a gallon. So if you were to use this thing every single day, I wouldn't go with using these fuels because they cost so much money. So this blower holds about 62 ounces of fuel. It's about the same capacity as the Echo PB 500T. Okay, that's good for now. We don't need to have it completely full. Alright, so we'll get it off the table. We'll see if it starts. Alright, switch on. Choke, and we'll give it some primes. Okay. I like to let it idle for a little bit before revving it. Alright, running good. It's got good throttle response. Alright, so I think we're ready for fall. So they're both all good to go for the fall. Just put this one right aside. Yep, these are definitely good blowers. This is like Echo's midline blower, which the older model is the PB500 that you see on the left, and then it got replaced by the PB580 in 2015. Definitely good blowers. I think when it comes for actual leaf blowing, then my preferred blower would have to be the 580, just because it's much more comfortable. To me, for some reason, it feels lighter. I don't know why. I can't remember the weight on both of these machines. I would have to check on the Echo website. To me, this one, it feels lighter for some reason, even though it looks bigger right here. But yeah, so I believe here on the PB500, either the H or T model, I think its specs on it, its blow force is 450 CFM at 195 miles per hour, whereas the 580 is 510 CFM at 215 miles per hour. Now, even though its air velocity is about 5 miles an hour more than the PB8010, but the PB8010, its air volume is much higher. That's really what matters the most when it comes to blowing leaves, because I think the air volume on the PB8010 is 1071 CFM. Yeah, I think that's about right, 1071, which that does make it be the most powerful backpack blower on the market. But either way, you can't really go wrong with both of these machines. These are both good blowers. I do like them. They're definitely great to use in the fall when it comes to blowing leaves. Alright guys, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and so thanks for watching.